What up, YouTube? It's your boy Young Soul. Back to just basically do a PlayStation review. Just the hardware, not the software, not like games or anything. Not really a comparison video between Xbox One and PS4. Because like I said, I don't have an Xbox One, so it wouldn't be fair. I do plan to get one when I can get Rise of the Tomb Raider, Crackdown, and Scalebound, and Quantum Break. When all four of those games are available, I'll probably pick up an Xbox One when all four of those are available. But anyway, review of the PS4. Got three main categories: likes, then dislikes that Sony can fix, and dislikes that I don't think Sony can fix. Let's start with the worst. Dislikes Sony, I don't think Sony can fix. The DualShock 4 battery life is not great. I know you got the USB to the micro USB, and I got one of those so that I don't have to be that close to the console if I don't want to. I got it over near where I normally play my games. But you know, the DualShock, the battery for this sucker ain't all that great. You know what I mean? So that is what it is. Number two, to me, the DualShock 4 speaker in the controller. To me, it's gimmicky. To other people, they might love it, but to me, it's kind of gimmicky. So, okay, that's the other thing. And the big, well, not the big thing, but the louder thing is how loud the console is. I don't think it's unbearably loud like some Xbox fanboys, make it out to be. But it is a little too loud. What I mean by that is when I'm playing a game at moderate volume or watching a movie at moderate volume, I shouldn't hear the fan going, like, people are asking like, what's that note? There shouldn't be any. I shouldn't hear it over moderate volume. I shouldn't have to crank the volume up, not crank it up, but turn it up. It should, at moderate volume, I shouldn't hear the console itself. So that's a bit loud. Now I'm going to jump around and actually move to those are my dislikes of things I don't think they can change. Now to the dislikes I think Sony can change. Turn off this DualShock 4 light in the front of the in the front of the console. I mean, in the front of the controller. You got an option to dim it. Why can't we just have an option to turn it off? I think Sony needs to get on that because the battery life is not great on this console to begin with. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Any little bit will help. Any little bit helps. That's all I'm saying. So if that can help, I know a lot of people say, well, the light itself is not taking up much battery, but like I said, any little bit helps. So I don't understand why that can't be an option. Does it need to be a priority, so to speak? Nah, not really, but it should, they should, do that if they can do it in an update, okay? The second thing is 60 frame per second gameplay footage. I want to be able to record 60 frames per second. Xbox is now doing it, Xbox One. PS4, we got games in 60 frames per second. MLB, we got exclusives and like MLB. We also have the multiplats. I want to be able to use that gameplay 60 frames. If the game comes in 60 frames, I want to be able to go ahead and, use that sucker for 60 frames. So, you know what I'm saying? I think they're going to eventually do that, or hopefully soon do that now that Xbox One is doing it. And then the third and final thing I think that in the dislike, but Sony can fix thing, is the auto turn on like the PS3. In the PS3 days, I can set my console to automatically turn on. I know a lot of you PS3 owners know what I'm talking about. You could set it to turn on in 2-hour increments from 8 to 10 or 10 to 12, 12 to 2, whatever it is. So that way when I'm away from home or while I'm sleeping or whatever, it turns on. I know a lot of people say, well, you got, what is it, standby mode. I don't know if it's just my mom who did this, or was it everybody back who was born in the early to mid 80s, but my mom was like, you gotta turn this off, turn that off. When you leave a room, make sure all the electronics are turned off. Now, nowadays, I don't think it really matters as much, but I'm so used to that growing up that I'm doing that now and I'm teaching my kids to do that. You know what I mean? So it's like, I I know the standby and it says it doesn't use much power, and it's not that it uses much power or not, but it's always like your electronics are more likely to fail. At least that's what I was taught when I was young. Your electronics are more likely to fail if you keep leaving them on all the time. So that's how come that's been ingrained in my head. So now I turn it off. I'd love for that feature though, and PS3 owners know what I'm talking about. PS3 owners who had PlayStation Plus had the option to set it up to turn it on when they weren't home, and then it turned back off when you were, so that way by the time you got home, all your downloaded, you know, all your updates for your games done, updates for the system done. Any games you have on your download list, like if you buy a digital game from off your PC, set up, already downloaded by the time you get back to the crib. Man, that's what I would love. You know, it's not a game breaker, it's not a deal breaker, but it would be nice. Okay, now to my likes. Sleek design. This actually is the coincides with the console being loud. See, the console's loud, and it's because of the sleek design. Everything is compacted in there compared to the P. I know that I wasn't gonna make a comparison video, but the Xbox One is bigger and bulkier. To me, it's a little too big, kind of ugly looking. But what it makes up for is the fact that everything is spread out inside the box, so that way a lot more, it doesn't have to worry about overheating as much, whereas the PS4 has to worry a little bit more because it's more compact, and so the fan has to make sure it's on its job. So that's how come you hear the fan a little bit more than the times I've been at my brother and my cousin's house who have Xbox Ones. I don't really hear it as much because everything is more spread out inside the box itself. So, the sleek design I love, but you got to take it with, the fan. So neither one's a deal breaker. It being, the Xbox One being large is not a deal breaker. The PS4 sound is not a deal breaker either. So I just think it's, different sides of the same coin. So you got a larger box, and to me it's a little ugly, but functionality a lot softer sound. PS4 looks better. Like you put that bad boy in your little, display case, and it looks pretty, but it's gonna be a little louder. So it is what it is. So that's that. The quick boot up times. I love how, and this goes back to the whole turning on and off. I turn it off. I turn the console all the way off and don't put it in standby because I'm able to turn it on, and the boot time from the time you turn it on to the time you're able to move in your UI. Picking a game or picking an app or picking, Netflix or whatever, from the time you boot up from being completely off is quick, is like super quick, like 25 seconds or something. I didn't time it all the way, but I kind of looked at my clock or my cell phone at the time, and then, it hit about 25, maybe 30 seconds. It was quick. I don't know. It was quick, so I love that. So, and then the download times, like I was saying before, if they had the auto on, but at the same time, the download speeds, if you're going to download a game digital or download an update, those things are lickety split compared to the Xbox One. I know I'm not supposed to do a comparison video. This isn't really dogging the Xbox One. It's just, for whatever reason, the PS4 downloads quicker. I don't know if it's something Xbox One could fix, and I don't really. I know it sounds like I'm going after Xbox. I'm not. I think it's a decent system. It's just the PS4 downloads games quicker. It just does. And so, not that I like it because it does it faster. I like it because it does it fast, period. That's what I should be saying. It's not that I like it because it's better than Xbox One. I like it because it just downloads fast, period. Even if I never seen an Xbox One game downloaded, and saw how quick or slow it is, I still would like the speed that the PS4 downloads. So I like that. What else was I gonna say? I'm trying to think. I never was into controls. I never knew what the fuss was. Oh, the DualShock 3 sucks, blah, 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 blah. I heard a lot of people saying that. I didn't understand because it didn't matter to me, controllers. Didn't matter. Controllers just didn't matter. I got the DualShock 4. Now I can see why people were complaining about the DualShock 3. I don't think it was that bad, but compared to DualShock 4, it's that bad. The DualShock 4 is just that much better. Now, is it better than the Xbox One? Not to me. I think it's the same. I mean, it's just preference to me. It's basically the D-pad and the left analog stick flip flop. Doesn't matter to me. I still play games either way. You know, when I'm at my cousin's house, I'm not. It's not like I'm sitting there like, oh man, I can't play. It's not fair or whatever. No, it doesn't matter to me. But the one gimmicky thing I love about, I know some people are gonna say it's a gimmick. It's not a gimmick to me. Is the touchpad for typing. I don't know why, but I'm so used to that touchpad for typing. I'm like a ninja on that bad boy. Just I'm able to, find, move, type. I'm typing almost as fast as people on a keyboard. Nah, not really, but you know what I'm saying. It's, I'm comfortable doing that, so I really like that. That's a nice little feature, that touchpad, especially for typing. But that's pretty much it. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and give it an 8.7, 8.8 out of 10. I'll give it a flat 9 or a 9.1, 9.2 if they could fix those things that they can change. The DS4 Lite, if you could turn that off, the auto turn on like the PS3 did, and the 60 frame per second gameplay footage, recorded footage, if they could do that, those are my 3 things that I think they could change. If they could do those 3 things, boom, I'm putting it up to, I'm giving them another like half a point. So from 8.7 to like a 6.2, 6.3-ish, right? I'm 8.7 to a 9.2, 9.3 area right there. You know what I mean? So yeah, 8.7 right now, 9.2 if they can get those things fixed. So overall, great console, love it. I'm sure when I get my Xbox One, I'm gonna love that too, and I'll give y'all a update on that one using its upload studio. Okay, so right now, gonna give y'all some more like reviews of the PlayStation 4 games I've played, and we'll take it from there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that stuff, down below. I'm not looking at it right now. New to YouTube, so like, sub, share it, do what you can. Give me your comments down below, what you like and what you don't like about the PS4. No fanboy garbage. I'm not trying to do all that. I'm just, honest criticisms or what you like, all right? Anyway, get at your boy. Comment down low. Comment down below, I should say. And I'll holler at you later. Peace.